Welcome back to another episode of Jordy Does. Today I don't know what I'm going to do. That's why I'm making these Jordy Does videos. Well, I do know what I'm going to do. I'm going to carve an owl. Well, first of all, I'm going to carve a mushroom. I'm going to try and carve an owl for my treehouse thing. A girl wants a mushroom for her mom. Put some more silicone in the water fountain thing. Third coat of silicone. And what else do I got to do? Oh, clean up those table leg things, the cast iron table leg things, and a whole bunch of stuff. This way, that way, that way, that way, everywhere you go. Thing is, what do I want to do first? I think because I'm going to be out here carving, I'm going to, I got 2 coats of silicone in here where the water's going to be. I think I will, put the silicone on last. But where's these cast legs? I'm going to get a thing and clean up those faces on these table leg things. Okay, so here's a set of Scotch Brite that I bought on Amazon maybe like 200 years ago and I haven't used. They come with just the Scotch Brite in there. They go in your drill. So this is 80 grit, whatever, 25 times 6. Or they come with the sandpaper in them. I magically thought I had a wire wheel here, but I can't seem to find the wire wheel that I had here. So this is what I'm going to be using. So you guys can just get this stuff on Amazon. This will be good at removing just the old kind of flaky stuff. Now I don't know if you can see, but look, it's like an old man's face here. See the beard and the mustache? I want to get these to really shine. And I'll talk more about what I plan to do with these tables later. So here's as much as I wanted to polish it up compared to the untouched one. But you can see all the cool, this is all old cast iron, cool that stuff in there. Really brings it out. You get the high points. You can see, where's an example? Look, there's white in there. It's like Bondo, where the cast didn't do that good because this is cast iron. The Bondo in there. I'm just going to leave that stuff. Look at it here. Big white patch. I don't care. It gives it character. You know, I could clean this right up and paint it, but no way. I like it a lot better like this. Now I'm going to go home and see if I can find my wire wheel. Because I started using my flap sandpaper on it. It's not removing any steel, but it's better. A wire wheel is better. Oh, look at that. Okay, not scuffed up. Then the scuffed up. Don't forget you got to do the backs too. I just didn't scuff up the back as much. So I went home and got my wire wheel. Wire wheels, aka danger. Wear your safety goggles when you're using these. You should probably use gloves, but I don't think I have any gloves that would serve any purpose while using this. Know that you're holding your hand far away from this when it's spinning. Hold it back here, and I'll be wearing my shield. You know, I used to work in a steel shop building modular bridges, and I'd use these wire wheels often at the end of the day, and I'd wear coveralls and thick leather gloves, but at the end of the day I'd have to pick this these sharp metal wires out of my skin. Anyways, I like the sounder better. My mask is dying. I like the sounder better, and that beep is my mask is running out of battery life. This is a cheap mop sander you can buy on Amazon. I think they're in my Amazon store. You get sets of 4 of them or 3 of them or something. But these are good too, because when this stuff, sandpaper, is not very good. But when it wears out, you can use this shaft, 1/4 inch nut and washers for your own flap sanding. Make your own ones like that one right there. So these are good to buy. Use them up quick and then make your own. Okay, kids, who's gonna have the coolest table in British Columbia? Jordy is! Let's say it again. Who's gonna have the coolest table in British Columbia, Canada? Jordy is! So, a friend of mine pointed out to me, there's a hole here, then there's a hole here. Now, that's so when you got your it's when you got your pretend shit. I know sometimes I'm completely mental. So you got a hole there and a hole down at the bottom. See? 1, 2. So that's to put a board across, so there'd be 2 boards. You got your tabletop. You'd have a board here, then a board lower. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna make 2 boards. It's to make the table stable. I'm going to use 1 cedar slab from here to here, like 1 big cedar slab in there, and then I'm going to carve it. Yeah. But I'm not going to do that today because, well, I got too much other shit I got to do. But that will be in the future. Also, since I clean these up so nice, I don't want them to start rusting again. So I got to get clear coat and spray them. Just Carve Rob gave me the suggestion to do that. These things are heavy, man. But come on, how cool are these? Oops, that one's backwards. And this is a Jordy Does video, so I'm just gonna do what I want whenever I want. Come on, how cool are those? For carving fusion, come on. Well, since I got all that cedar from Vancouver Island, I said to my buddy Brendan, let's put the smaller ones farther back. So I had to go in here, climb through the forest of old cedar logs, get a smaller log from back there, and this is it. So I'm going to carve a mushroom out of this one. This is not one that I got from Vancouver Island. This is one I got from the beach in Tsawwassen. This beach combing. Yep. Oh. Yep, the good old mushroom cap, the good old mushrooms. This is what I started chainsaw carving basically. Well, I did wood spirits on these. So you guys can see, I got this line drawn on here all the way around. This will be the mushroom cap, all right? This will be the top. What I'm gonna do after my break is fire up my saw. I'm running a MS 170 with the 16-inch Canon 1/4 tip bar. I haven't used it in a while. Now what I'm gonna do is run around and cut. It depends how, let me get rid of this cigarette. It depends how thick you want your stock. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this piece, but you know, the deeper that you cut in there, you get a thinner stock. So I'm going to cut all the way around, straight in. Actually, I could cut like this, so then you get the little mushroom fin things under there. Then when I'm done that, then I'm gonna, because I'm using my jaw horse here, right? Then I'm gonna flip it upside down. Then I'm gonna carve the stock. Why I'm not carving this, the mushroom cap first, because when you round this off, you know, your mushroom cap needs to be round. When you round it off, it's not going to stay in the jaw horse very good. So it's just kind of like a formula I do. Actually, I could flip it right now. How I normally do it is I just have the mushroom cap down there, curve the stock in. So I'm going to do that. For the love of Jesus, I thought I was filming. So what I was saying was, what I do is I start carving the stock first. And I'll carve the cap after. I'll flip it around. This is your jaw horse, right? This is a good tool to have for the beginning chainsaw carver, or any chainsaw carver. Why I carve the stock first? Because if you say if this was, the cap was up here, you carve the cap first and make it round, it's not going to sit in your jaw horse because it'll just pop out. So that's how I do my full 3D, that's how I do my Christmas trees too. I do the stumps first for the Christmas trees. But anyways, I'm trying to bevel this in like this. Shoot, sorry, I thought I was filming. Anyways, let's just carry on a bit here. When I cut this, see how I cut it in like that? So then there's the bottom fin things quickly. Now what I'm going to do when it's still like this, I'm going to look at the shape. This is just a simple basic mushroom. I'm leaving the stalk on the bottom big so it's self-standing. The thinner that you make this, then you have to drill a hole in here, like 5 inches deep, get some rebar, bang the rebar in the ground, then set it on top of the rebar. But anyways, now I'm going to get my flap sander and go around and sand it. This one here is 24 grit. How beautiful this cedar is. That's the piece. That was a long branch I got off the beach, first growth. I still got to do some more sanding. I just roughed it up quickly because when you flip it over and you put it in your jaw horse is going to dent here. So now you got to make sure your mushrooms stand up too, or you're going to have to do that rebar trick. Let's get it out of the jaw horse and spin it. Flip it. Anyways, I've already had this video doing the shingles on the roof. I ordered more copper. It's going to cost me probably about another 250 bucks to get the other copper. This looks ugly up here. It's going to be ridge caps. And then Just Carve Rob told me if I don't carve an owl for this chimney, he is going to be pissed off. Yep, so I got to carve an owl for up that chimney. Anyways, back into the sun. First of all, this is what I was saying at Jaw Horse. This thing's old and stuff, but if I didn't refilm that, I was talking about that. It's a Rockwell Jaw Horse, okay? This is supposed to be green and black, but it's just dirty. Now, this is the best out there. The other, King Canada and other ones, they're not as solid as this one, that's for sure. This one's a lot heavier, though, but sure, a lot more solid. I got one of those King Canada ones right here. Yeah, it's nowhere near as heavy duty, but if you're not as strong to pack this thing around in and out and move it around, get yourself one of these ones. Or something, or a cheaper one. Just look on Amazon. I think there's a couple in my Amazon store. Flip this thing around, and we'll start carving the cap. Yeah, you could put a towel in here so it doesn't mark it, but I'll resand it. Now your mushrooms, you can do chanterelle mushrooms. You can do, what's those mushrooms that look like morels? You can do any kind of mushroom you want. I'm just doing a simple mushroom here. Simple, happy mushroom. So what I'm going to do now is just take my saw. There's my center mark. And go around and just slowly cut here. Slowly shape it. What's the rush, right? So I'll do a cut here all the way around. So like if you look at it this way, I'll cut that off all the way around, like on this side of, then I'll do a cut here. Anyways, whatever. One thing I will say about these mushrooms, yeah, they're basic to do. They're for beginners or even pros. You know, I know how to use the saws now. I could have made this stock so it's like this. Don't, like, if you want to start, if you got a chainsaw and you want to get into chainsaw carving, practice with mushrooms. They let you know how the blade turns in the wood. Teaches you how to sand. Teaches you how much better a carving bar is to turn in the wood. You know, these bars turn in the wood. They're thinner. This way. Don't be intimidated to do it. Be safe. And now I'm going to put my dust mask on. I'm tired of sucking in cedar, so. Where's my dust mask? There it is. I don't care. Look. I can carve anything I want now, really. Here I am carving a mushroom for all you guys. So fair warning, you guys are going to have friends that are going to say to you, what are you carving dicks now? An easy answer to that is that all you do is think about dicks? This doesn't look like a dick. But you don't want your mushrooms to look like a dick. This could look like a dick, but don't be thinking about dicks when you're carving mushrooms. You just don't want it to look like a dick. Anyways, let's get this out of the sun. Because it's still a little bit damp. You guys can see the cracks. Got to get some clear coat on this right away. There's still a couple marks in there. That's all right. Don't carve dicks. Gotta go get that clear coat. Shit. It looks like a dick. Just cut the stalk lower. Don't carve dicks. Walmart, the cheapest place to get this stuff. Gotta get some chocolate milk in here. Here's how you fix a mushroom that looks like a dick. How you doing, John? Shit. There, now it's not a dick anymore. Anyways, where's that clear coat? Well, look at those colors. I sprayed deep in those cracks. I soaked this stuff on for the first coat. Get deep in those cracks. Look at that, colors in there. I knew when I got that piece of wood off the beach, it's gonna have beautiful colors in it. She wanted it. She just wanted it raw. Anyways, oh, now look at those silvers pop, or metals or whatever, steel, cast iron. That's what I'm talking about, right there. Look at that now. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have the coolest place. It's gonna be the museum. I got a huge head rush. Whew. Okay, now I don't know if I want to do it today, but I'm gonna at least block out an owl for this chimney. How big do I want to make it? I think I want to make it, give it a big lean. So it's really leaning there, and then so it's like boom, boom. Anyways, you could always get this piece and carve a little owl out of this, but that'd be pretty small. I'm going to carve it out, try and carve it out of this piece. It doesn't need to be that big up there. What I'm going to do is cut here and take this out. So this, I want his tail hanging over, so I'm going to cut boom, boom, and remove all up in here. Ooh, this cedar is super pungent smelling. See, so you can have a tail hanging over the chimney a little bit. All right, now I'm going to go get some screws and screw it up. Up and under so I can carve it. Of course, I gotta use the longest screws. All right. Boom. I know I'm going to hit that screw. Don't do it, Jordy. Where is it? See, it's not set up for, not going to see talons there. Some people might be like, well, Jordy, why doesn't it have talons? And I'll be like, well, it doesn't have talons because I don't want it to have talons. Why don't you have a muzzle? Anyways, I thought I was filming when I was drawing this on. Man, I'm having a bad filming day. So wing here, tail, another wing on the other side, wings, and the beak. I'm going to kind of go with my original type of owl that I carved, like Uncle Kevin's spook owls. Could be a great horned owl if you wanted to carve little ears up here. Anyways, you see what's going on there? Now I'm gonna get my fire up my little. I'm gonna have a little break first. Fire up my little Echo 2511. Just so you guys see, wing, beak, eyes. Just a quick little silly owl. You want to round it off first before you start doing any detail, right? So there's this quick little owl. Now I'm going to pull out my die grinder, clean everything up. Then I'll pull out my Dremel and do the beak and the, I got an eyeball thing for the thing. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the Makita die grinder. This has a 1/4 inch Kutzall worn out extreme flame burr. Then the kick-ass David Grass Makita 800C kick-ass die grinders. Both of these are equal with this silver silver thing that's plugged up. I gotta unplug it. Kutzall silver. And once again, I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. Anyways, there's that. Now I'm going to get out the die grinder and carve in the beak and things. This is a Dremel 4300 with a Kutzall silver taper burr on here. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to the Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr on my Dremel. Okay, now I'm going to flap sand it and get my I'm not going to carve eyes on this. I'm just going to burn the eyes in with the Makita burr thing. So usually you burn it and you sand it, but I don't want to burn this too much, so that's why I sanded it already. Now I'm going to go get my Makita eye cutter. Okay, this is Makita tool eye cutter. You buy these in sets. You get like 7 different sizes. I don't know what size this one is. It's on my DeWalt cordless die grinder. Try and make them both the same size. Hey Jay. Good. Perfect. I'm going to burn it a bit. Buddy's just going by. gonna burn it a bit, and Bob's your uncle. Burn it and sand it. Sorry. Anyways, I'll get this sprayed. Oh, fuck! Sorry for the F-bombs. Oops. Just having one of those filming days today. Yep. Whoo, whoo. Oh yeah. All right. I think it looks just fine up there, don't you just, Carver up? Everybody else? I'll glue it when I finally get this. I'll glue it up there when I finally get this piece home. It's a good screenshot. Woo! 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 What do you think, Ray? Think, Amy Joe? This piece also needs to be coppered, but the copper's showing up tomorrow, and I gotta get some more staples. Where did I have to go to get staples? Oh yeah, I had to go out of town. Anyways, I like it. Yeah, it's always fun to do carvings, but it always sucks to clean up. Now I'm going to clean up. Then I'm going to put another coat of that silicone in that eagle. There's that mushroom. It doesn't look like a dick now, does it? Freaking dick watchers. Anyways. Yeah, it's all fun and games till someone has to clean up. Now I got those table ends, I put them away, I hid them. But I don't know if I have cedar slabs big enough to do the carving. So I'm going to check that tomorrow. Like the carving in between the legs. So if I do have a piece, I'm just going to, well, set it up. And it's basically just going to be Dremel carving. Let's look in a minute here. Like I said, this is Jordy Does. So, if you want to watch, watch. If you don't, don't. I got about 20% left to pack for my moving. But it's stressful. It's like my bedroom and kitchen shit. I thought about bringing that headboard that I carved here and touching it up, like making the owls better, but meh, good enough. I think I'm just going to leave this till tomorrow to clean up. And I just put this rake away here. Still got all these carvings for the spirit trails. But let's see if I can... Oh yeah, I still got to put the silicone in that thing too. Let's see. Those slabs that I got here. Man, I wasn't planning on, I got this one here, but I don't think it, oh, it needs to be 20 inches from hole to hole. Me and the farmer, Herman, measured. So I'll just kind of move around some of these logs. See if I can watch for wolf spiders. Oh. Now, oh boy, I'm going to put all this stuff. I need to get my tape measure. Oh, look at this one stick here. This one's, but it's not long enough. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing me huff and puff. Now this is thick. It's like 5 inches thick, this one, but oh, can you guys see? I gotta get my tape measure, see if this one's 20 inches here, which I don't think it is. Maybe it is up here. But I could always call my cedar, but I'm just going to get a tape measure here. I could always call my cedar buddy and go get, it's going to be 6 feet long, the top of the table. Oh, where'd I put that tape measure? Probably, where is it? Here it is. So like between, like the length from hole to hole is 20 inches. You see that there? This slab here. The lower one is, well, that's 5 inches thick, but it's just too short. The whole, yeah, no, that's nowhere near wide enough. I need it to be out here. And at least the top table part's going to be 6 feet long. Underneath, I'll put the tables in, the legs in closer, so let's make those 5 feet long. So this needs to be 5 foot by 20 inches, and well, 2 or 3 inches thick for my carving. How tall is this? Well, it's tall enough. It's like over 6. It's like 7 feet. But I need it 20 inches wide, so might have to call buddy. See, I don't want to call him and tell him, oh yeah, I'm looking for a slab that's like 5 feet long, 20 inches wide by 3 inches thick, because then, well, he'll charge me by the board square foot. But if I go to his yard, he has something there lying around that's no good, well, he'll sell that to me for cheap. Anyways, so I won't be doing that tomorrow. Nope, I gotta pack anyways. No, let's get this silicone here open and get the final third coat in here. Anyways. Alright, so I'm sure you guys don't need to see me messing around with this black donkey poo stuff, but there's the same brush. I had it wrapped up for 3 days. Oh, as I get a bunch of sawdust in there. Like, look how much I still have left from 2 coats. This kind of, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Waste no time, take no prisoners. Oh, there's heavy hands for you. That's what you get with dollar store paintbrushes, I guess. Guess I should have blown myself off before. I did this. There's not a bunch of sawdust in there. What's it gonna do? Plants are gonna, the water's gonna, I don't know. I just won't talk. Probably better sometimes. Just Carve Rob went and bought some of this stuff for his, I think for his motorhome, or no, his shop roof. After I told him it's pretty good. Well, I hope it's good. We don't know how long it's going to last. So, Just Carve Rob's not a stupid man, so I told him it was good. I think it's good. He started making another video, then he got sidetracked. So. See, I made sure I got one good coat on there. the first coat, then the second coat is kind of just like, I don't know, go over it again. Once this is dry, then I can clean up all down here. Anyways, I think I'm going to end this video here. Make sure you do your lid up good. Now I got this for planters or whatever. Here's the Makita again if anybody wants to get it. It's pretty good for me. Marlin Coatings, silicone top coat. I'll put a link down in the description to Amazon. I think it's like 80 bucks. That's it, everybody. Thanks for taking along today. I'm ready to close the gate and get out of here. I'm gonna make some hamburgers for dinner. You make the, you buy the hamburger beef and the pork, the pork, or whatever it is, and it's mixed together. You put some onions in there, put an egg in there. Oh yeah. Okay. We'll see you whenever I see you. Jordy does. What up?